Oh god, there's new things. Why is there a pop-up? Oh jeez.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
How was everybody's week?
Some good, some bad. Happy to be here at least.
That's good. Oh, goodness.
Got the same.
How's
for me.
everybody's day been?
Today was good.
Up to anything fun?
I worked and then came home and ate pasta,
Ooh.
and now I'm here.
Oh, eating pasta is fun.
It was good
I
pasta.
was just gonna say, yeah, the pasta's the fun part. You are correct.
We went and saw Green Day last night.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
wow.
How was that?
It was really long. See, okay, I wasn't told that it was a 2.5 hour long concert.
That is on the
And I'm
longer
like
side, sure.
I'm like a casual Green Day listener. Like, like I like their hits. Beyond that, know nothing else. So it was a long 2.5 hours.
You weren't there for the deep cuts?
No.
You were absolutely made aware that it was that long.
I was not made aware.
So were you
He's
tired?
like, oh,
Were
it's
you like up
covering like 2 of their albums. And I was like, okay, like, their greatest hits. No, all of them. All 2 albums.
Oh my god.
Like, they're very good. I do love the vibe, but there's a lot of sweaty men.
It's a concert. Of course, everyone's sweaty. There's sweaty
Like,
everybody.
I don't know. My last concerts have been Jose and Taylor Swift and Noah Kahn. Oh, and Florence and the Machine. Like those, there was no sweaty men. It mostly smelled like the Sol de Janeiro body mist.
Oh my god.
Which that's it. I think their next tour should be sponsored by Dove. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
So we learned Leah doesn't come to
Ooh.
concerts with me.
Oh.
No, Jordan gets comfortable alone. I like your tattoo.
Thanks.
So cute.
It's healing well
The
so
font
far.
is so cute.
Ah. Very nice.
Yeah. A friend of ours, Melissa, she does them. She's done my past. This is the third one that she's done. Will got her very first tattoo that she ever did on like actual human skin, and then I got the second one later that same
God.
day. Yeah. But we've been
Brisket
friends
for
with
the
her since
biscuit.
like high school or something. We were talking about it just the other day that her and I have been friends since like for like 15 years because there's fake skin, Theron, that you practice tattooing on.
Yeah, it's like silicone. It has like the tension. Oh, that's
Or like
cool.
a pig foot. Don't they do that? Don't they practice on
You can do it on pig skin, and you can also do it on like a fruit, like a grapefruit or an orange, typically some sort of like citrusy fruit.
That is incredibly creepy and cool.
I love it. I think his tattoo came out so good.
Really nice.
That
Colors
was-
are amazing.
That was her first tattoo?
No, that's
No.
No.
Different
Okay.
one. Different. This is just Will's most recent
that.
tattoo.
Okay, like Jesus Christ. A talented woman.
I can show you the second one that she ever did. I actually have a picture of it. This is the second one that she ever did. This one.
Very cool.
Yeah. So funny story about this tattoo is I got it from this movie called You Might Be the Killer. It's a horror comedy. There's a side character in it named Steve the Kayak King, and he's like my favorite side character in anything. I'm like, how funny would it be to get like a memorial tattoo for Steve the Kayak King? That'd be so funny. And so then I got it. And then this past holiday season, I was at work and my boss saw it and was just like, oh my gosh, what's that tattoo for? I'm like, oh, it's a memorial tattoo. He's like, It's like, for who? And I had to say a friend because I can't say Steve the Kayak King like a crazy person.
Steve the Kayak King is a friend.
Yeah, Steve the Kayak King. You know, my best
My
friend.
friend,
Like,
Steve
my
the
close
Kayak
Sounds like that,
personal
yeah.
friend.
My best friend, this fictional character, please.
God.
I've
Don't
got a
ask questions you don't want the answer to.
Mhm.
I've got a tattoo on my upper arm when I graduated my undergrad, but now that I'm doing my master's, I have to expand on it. I put myself in a corner.
Any idea what you're gonna get?
Well, I don't have a photo of it here because I got it in 2014. So, but it's at the moment it's a film reel going into a pen because I had my degree in English and film.
Hmm.
So, what I need to do is add something applied linguistics to embellish that. So I'm
Oh,
thinking
okay.
behind the pen I could have an open book and have like something in the book. I haven't figured out what I want in the book, but it will probably be behind the pen, and so it's one contained emblem of my education.
Nice.
Yeah, it costs the same as a class ring, and it's much harder to lose.
So true. Very, very hard to lose.
Yeah, I'd have to lose my whole left arm.
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
railroad spikes?
Yeah, like coffin nails.
Ah, yes.
Often
It's aged very
Red
well.
railroad
We got that.
spikes.
We got our
Yeah.
tattoos. What was it, like 2 summers ago now? Technically.
I think that one's older than that.
Are you sure? I thought we both got ours on the same day. I thought it was like in the summer of like 2023. I know because it was the same day that I met Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard because I went from the con.
I don't
to
know. I
go.
just know my thistle is like 2 years old now.
Fair
I
enough.
like that those dates are burned in your head. Like, no, that was the summer that I meant.
No, because I went to a convention and I met Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich and I got a picture with them and it was a big deal, and then I had to leave the convention right afterwards to go get this tattoo, basically. So that particular day was very memorable.
Yeah, that sounds like 2 core memories right there.
It sounds like a great day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. It was phenomenal. 10 out of 10. Would live that day again.
Nice.
I did a lot of driving.
Yeah, he did.
Accenture princess.
Yeah, that's me.
She does never let
It's a
me.
good life.
Yeah, I don't have a valid
Jordan's
driver's
also a
license
passenger
at this
princess.
point.
I have a valid driver's license, but I'm still a passenger princess, so.
You know what? Fair, valid.
I love that for us. I love that that's our journey.
She doesn't
So
like driving.
you went to go start talking about your Green Day thing, and I heard Farron inhale to begin to start talking to us, and you just like fully
know.
cut him off. So
We didn't show
Hail,
up today.
travelers.
No,
I'm calling you out.
I didn't know if anyone heard me, so I was just like, I'll just be
Oh, I
quiet for a little
fully did.
while.
And that whole conversation, I was thinking about that of just like we should like start
I
soon.
know.
It didn't reach the vowel. It was just
I'm like, you know what? No. Let's just railroad that one. Not ready yet. I need to complain first.
it went from hail to
To
just
get character.
She's getting into the Karen motif. She's all ready to go.
It's true.
Oh, I even took a photo last night with my finger in the frame. It was just like a very boomer moment for me.
At least it wasn't like a picture with the front facing camera by accident.
Oh god, that's the worst.
Or like it's a video and you're trying to figure out how to use your phone.
send me a
With
picture
one
of
of
the
those
target delegate. It's them.
phone case that Brina has. Those like
Exactly.
folded wallet ones. You're struggling with it.
Poor
There were so
Brina.
many of those at the concert.
Hey,
It's a
she
big
doesn't have
moment
that
for those.
anymore. So
Oh, she's moved on up in the world. Good for
yeah,
you, Brina.
she's moved up to
Proud.
squishy gel pink glitter case.
Ooh.
Oh, even better.
I meant to
love that.
mention
Getting yourself in chat.
we got the wedding invitations this week. Very, very classy, very pretty.
Nice. I'm
I need to
glad
actually
hear.
message my boss and just be like, "Hey, I need this day off."
Yeah.
Well, it is a long weekend, so hopefully it won't be too bad.
It shouldn't be
Really?
an issue. I like basically never ask for time off, so if I
Mhm.
ask for like a day here or there, I basically get it, no problem. So it'll be fine.
Oh, that's nice.
They look very nice, even though Brina committed an act of bioterrorism to get it to us, so.
Well, yours were the save the dates.
What?
Yeah, we had to save the date, and it was on seed paper,
Yeah, we got the same.
like
we got the same
Ontario
one.
wildflowers.
Oh, if you planted it in Australia, that would have been like terrible. Holy
Yeah, but-
shit.
That's the act of bioterrorism.
Just invasive Ontario flowers everywhere.
Now they had to burn our save the date.
Aw.
Fuck, that's funny.
That's what we think of your invite.
Wait, so are you guys gonna actually like come back for it then?
You could have brought it with
No.
you and planted it back
No,
in
no.
Ontario if you came. Just hang on to it.
Anyway,
Anyway, yeah.
back to D&D.
Stop
We are
travelers.
back to the Iron Lords, traveling in the Feywilds.
Prelude.
I'll give another point of inspiration up for grabs. What happened last time? If anyone can tell me.
I didn't use my inspiration.
You
from
can
last
get a
time,
second
so
one.
I'm saying I'm giving someone else a chance.
Fair enough.
If anyone
fair
else
enough.
wants to do it.
No, that's okay. You go ahead.
Oh my fuck. Okay, cool.
Nobody
so,
remembers
okay.
besides you.
I
Not making
remember.
eye contact.
So we were doing some more
Yes.
we were
What you
we were
said
doing
wrong.
some more traveling, and then we came across these weird little egg-like things, and then upon actually like picking them up, they would go and they would do like a little riddle, and if you got it wrong, like Tamaki definitely got it wrong, then it exploded just like goop everywhere. Like she basically got Nickelodeon like slimed at the Kids' Choice Awards, and then everyone else absolutely crushed it and got theirs right, and they would like explode and be like yay, and then like, you know, like glitter and shit, and you would get like a gem like of some kind. Like I think like we got like a diamond, I think someone else got like a ruby and like an emerald, and Tamaki then proceeded to do a second one, got it right, and then got glitter all over her slimered self, so that was super fun. More traveling, tried to clean her armor up, didn't work. Then we eventually made camp. I can't remember if this was before or after, but I remember specifically having a conversation with our little traveling friend here all about his family, and Tamaki making a big point of trying to remember about Pix's family, because it was just like he had
that
like
was
an
at the beginning of the
absurd
session,
like an absurd amount of family members, and she was just feeling terrible. And then we made
all
camp
the
again.
necklaces,
Yeah, all the necklaces that he's wearing that all of his family had. And then we made camp again post the stones thing, and then this weird archfey guy showed up and presented us with a deal and was just like, I'm gonna give you this crazy deal and you have time to think about it. And Krugen, I believe it was Krugen, imparted where it's just like, I've heard about this guy, we can't say no, we have to accept at least one of the deals, and all of them were very like monkey's paw situation where it's like, oh, you know, you get this, but you have to give up that. There was a lot of talking, a lot of deliberation, and we basically came to the point that Karen was going to do it and potentially get a really cool badass sword and then give up her current oath that she has with her other like badass fucking weapon. And then instead, Gulgurn spoke up at the last moment and decided to take a different deal instead, which basically, when we parsed all of the details of it, has the potential to shorten his life by like 3/4 essentially, depending on when he decides to break it or not. And that's kind of where we left off after that, was like on this like weird deal situation and like having to cope with it. Yeah. I
Perfect.
think that was everything.
Love it.
Hell
Another
yeah.
point of inspiration for you.
Woo! I'm gonna write down. Woo!
One small correction: they were rocks, not eggs.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
All right. So, where we left off, that's not the right one. We had just gotten after the guy did the what's it called? The deal thing. And it is the next morning. You guys all have had your night shifts, and breakfast is cooking. Tengu made some assortment of mushrooms and vegetables that she was able to scavenge throughout the surrounding forest. Just made some maybe like acorn bread to go with it.
You gotta soak
Wow.
those things for ages, because otherwise they're super bitter. Soak those acorns overnight and then boil the crap out of them, and then you've got something edible.
Huh.
Well, barely edible.
Hey,
Good.
I made this for you.
Is it
Yeah,
the
she
thing that
goes-
you
You shouldn't have.
actually like to eat, or is it just like this is like best of a bad situation kind of thing?
They're alright if you can roast them. Just people who try to cook them straight up are gonna have a bad time. It's like the worst glass of wine. It's just
Okay.
bitter. So yeah, you prep them well and they're good. You don't and they're
Okay.
not.
I think it's delicious. Bass is going to take another slice.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah,
Well,
since the events of
What's
last
the game
night,
plan today?
More walking, more traveling.
Yay.
Hopefully not getting slimered again. That would be cool. I would love that.
That was kind of funny.
You know, I think I'll find it funny like later. Like hindsight.
One of those delayed gratification type things.
All I can think about is if I'm not able to get cleaned up at time, and then we go to Tsutsiko and I look like this. It's just the roast potential. It's too high. I feel like she's gonna be like, "What happened to you?" And I'm gonna be like, Rock threw up on me."
It's like seeing an ex. You always want them to think you're doing really well.
Exactly.
I've just got kind of like I'm trying not to express too much of my face, but I'm like giving Krugen the side eye, like, oh god.
Yeah, we're
all about exes, wouldn't she?
Tengu, make a perception check.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Wait, is
You know,
Krugen your ex? What's happening here?
where we're going is like really cold. Maybe it'll just like chip off easier. I don't know.
How'd I do?
You see Pix is kind of just like staring into the fire at the moment, and he's like really gripping his short sword.
I'm gonna walk to the other side, whatever one is not gripping the short sword. Is he left or right-handed?
We'll say he's left-handed.
Okay, so I'll sit down to his right, just beside him. I don't feel the need to draw attention to it because I don't want to like trigger anything, but I want him to know that I'm there.
He gets up and walks away. Like
Okay, fair enough.
walks a little short distance into the forest.
Maybe I smell or something. I don't know. Okay.
Wide-eyed, sit in my suit.
Guys, I don't know if the continued mention or joking
Oh,
about
someone's in our
Tsutsiko
mood.
around Pex is a great idea. I know it's been an odd back and forth kind of relationship between a lot of you that you used to be on the same team, but it may not be the best approach.
Fair enough.
That being said, I'll probably leave him to his peace at the moment, because that looked
Maybe
a little...
humor is our coping mechanism.
So that was a little spotty. Can you repeat that?
We all deal with grief differently.
Right, yep. Aw, Bass, that's nice.
Is it? It's waiting for Theron to say something about whether or not if it's working or not.
Oh yeah, it works. It's fun.
Oh, thank you.
It's just a super slow process. It takes him like 10 minutes to do like a hand's breadth of your
Oh my
armor.
gosh. Over time, I guess.
You know,
Glitter is stubborn.
chip away at it.
Actually, it never comes out.
I'm very
okay.
well practiced.
Gulgurn, could I borrow you for a moment?
Good.
As he gets up, we hear his knees crack like the old man he's becoming.
I'm just gonna go over here and motion him to come over and basically just say, so last night when
The
the
glitter?
deal breaker maker person was here, I feel like, and I'm like fiddling with the chains on my gauntlets on my wrists, and he did something with them, and there was that spark. There was like a spark when he touched them. I know I didn't make a deal, but I want to take a moment to try and figure out what happened. And I know you're pretty good at like predicting things and looking into things, and I was hoping to take a moment to like meditate and look into the like arcane end of things and see if he did something I can detect. But if you wouldn't mind doing, is there some kind of scan or something, or even just, I don't know, is there something that, some way that you can help me check if he did anything?
Well, it's not really how my feature sight, I guess if you want to call it like that. That's really how it works.
Right, fair enough. I mean, we
People allow
honestly, I feel like I might need to like meditate on it for a minute. So even if it's not the way it works, if you could just look out for me while I quickly just take a moment and try and focus on this, I would appreciate just a look out with his eyes open, you know. Can I do an Arcana check for myself as well?
I would like a religion check from you.
A religion check for me. Okay, that works too.
Oh, okay.
No, it does not. Never mind.
No.
Where is your god now?
It's
I have a
supposed to be
night- I
Lena,
have a
but who knows now?
19. Can I use that?
Yeah, sure. With that,
I was gonna use that for her, not me.
oh, for her? Okay.
Yeah.
Tegu, as you like, Gulgrin, you kind of do some kind of wizardly research, I guess, on the chains that hang off of her, the glowing green ghostly chains.
I do a Gandalf.
And to you, you don't notice anything, but again, you're unfamiliar with this kind of magic because it's more spiritual in nature, and you don't know really what you're looking for. But to you, they don't seem any different than what you're expecting them to be. Tengu, you get the 19 from Gulgrin's magic. So
Thank you.
as
Much
you're
appreciated.
meditating and kind of like feeling your energy, you notice the sort of absolute barest hint of the tiniest amount of your power being siphoned away. But it's like super slight, like a slight breeze across your skin, you know, that you can feel with the hairs on your skin, but you're not even sure if it's there.
Well, thanks for taking the time to help me out. Something's up. I don't quite have a handle on it, but something is up. I appreciate your time and your insight.
I did what I could. It's not really my area of expertise.
I appreciate it. I just, I also wanted to. I know we already did the whole thank you thing, but side note, last session when you were like looking into things, I was trying to have a roleplay moment with your character, but I realized you were like buried in stats. So don't worry about that. But, just I want to thank you for what you did yesterday. That was extremely risky of you, but that was very brave and self-sacrificing and seeing as it needed to be done. I appreciate having you in the group as someone who will do what needs to be done, and thank you for that.
Don't mention it. Did what had to be done.
Tengu, can you please make an Arcana and a religion check to go over them?
Okay.
Oh,
I keep using my intelligence stats and not rather than my wisdom stats.
As you're talking to him, you're kind of just, as you guys are chatting, you notice chains that kind of lead into the distance behind him from it. They go towards his ring. But they kind of just taper off into the distance kind of thing. They're not like physically there. You can see these. They look gray. But as you're kind of glancing at them while you're talking to him, every once in a while, you think you see the barest hint of green color to them.
Regardless, I knew it was a thing that you knew you had to do. Like I said last night, I will try my absolute best to try and break it, because that is what I'm supposed to be doing. I may not be in the best shape for it. I'm new. And I'm just I'm staring at it. I'm feeling like that bare edge of doubt that this is maybe partially me. maybe he's taking it from me and using it against him. That's what I'm wondering, if I'm seeing the green show up in his chain when it should be on mine, and if I'm feeling the pull, like what? So I'm not quite saying this out loud, but I'm starting to think about how the pieces may fit. But yeah, I'll do my best, and that was really brave and unfortunately needed in these circumstances. That's the Feywilds for you, I guess.
No offense to you, but this isn't exactly my favorite place to be.
I've known taken. I mean, I don't live here. I just thought about it once, but truth is, it's not where the nature I grew up with is, so it's not really the most comforting of places for me either.
I understand.
Anyway, thanks. Appreciate it. Let's see if the others need anything else.
I think when you're coming back, Bast is still cleaning up Tamaki's armor, and he started to give a lecture. So glitter is like one of the fundamental forces of the universe.
Right,
Glitter
yes.
can never be created nor destroyed, but only transferred.
Ah, okay. Is that how glitter glue comes to be? Like, what is the process?
So glitter is harvested from usually some victim of the Feywild, such as yourself,
Ah,
and then through magical means we can mix the glitter with some sap, which is it's like a storage container,
mm.
but it must be at some point transferred to a new recipient, or it will eventually find its way back to you.
Oh, okay.
7 days.
Theron, with that being said, can I add glitter bomb to my inventory?
You don't have nearly enough for that.
She's covered in glitter.
Yeah, you've done
And
maybe
he's
like
saying,
a quarter
yeah.
of your armor. You've done
We're
like
gonna
a
keep
quarter.
rocks.
You're working on one, sure, but
We're
it's gonna
gonna-
take you a
Alright.
few more.
It's in the process.
Yeah.
You're getting one.
Yeah, we're building up the glitter bomb.
Yeah.
Building a bomb.
Building the perfect.
You and the Unabomber would have a lot in common.
Oh, boy.
Well,
Living in
Dad.
the middle of the woods in a cabin.
Sorry,
I don't
who's
I,
that?
I don't want to make everyone just like sit here all day while we do this. We can like do it when we make camp again later. We should probably get going, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
And with that, the party packs up and heads out to where they need to be. It's time for
Hi-ho.
some traveling
Hi-ho.
events.
While we're walking, I would just want to like ask Tengu subtly, quietly. I would just like to ask Tengu of just being like, how's your how do I want to say this? Color connection doing?
I think it's been tampered with, frankly.
Theron, can I like, because that was a while ago. Is like, can Tamaki feel the sort of yellowness? Yes or no? Is it still like, no, it's not there?
I'm lost at your question.
You said before we had that battle, we had that fight, and then both me and Tengu, we couldn't feel like the sort of like when looking for it, we couldn't really feel the direct.
That was a
Devon
while
connection.
ago. Yeah, that's been restored.
Yeah. Perfect. Cool.
If
You're
you
like,
remember,
yeah,
that was because
I thought it was just because of what we did in the fight, and then we would like regain it after like resting, but we didn't explicitly say it, so I wanted to like.
are we
Make
are we talking about the same thing from the last campaign?
No. I thought it was just we had the
big
fight
ball-
with the shadow guys, and we
Big light
used a
bulb.
lot of like
No.
Big light
So
bulb green is for a while.
there was something else that happened. If you remember, it was in 7 chat.
Mm.
And then it was kind of explained in the missing champion or lost champion campaign. The one of the worlds that nestle in Yggdrasil's branches has been lost to the violet, and that like blow it caused the tree to recede, and that's why your connections faded.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't something you guys did specifically. It was a outworld event.
Okay. So that's what that was. Okay, understood.
Can I get a quick reminder of what the deal maker from last night's name was?
Valeth the Barterer.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, I think Bailiff did something with my chains, even though I didn't make a fucking deal. I need a lawyer. Shouldn't have fucked with me if you don't make a deal.
Or do you mean when you guys combined your power? Is that
Yeah,
what you're
didn't
talking?
you say? Didn't
Yeah.
you say like after that?
Yes.
That, like,
Okay.
it was-
Sorry.
yeah.
I thought you were talking about the bigger overarching thing of like in the last campaign and stuff like that. No.
No.
Yes. That has come back. You guys are back to your full strength.
Sweet.
But you don't know.
Except for my weirdness.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, Tengu, if you want to tell Tamaki about that, then Tamaki can also take a look.
Yeah,
As a side.
I was
What?
I was about to do that in my midst of shouting about needing a lawyer. He tampered with my chains. There was like a spark. He touched it, and there's been a spark, and it feels like it's not a strong effect, but it does feel like I'm kind of very slowly, like a paper cut, kind of bleeding out some of that
Maybe
greenness.
Maybe he's using it as like a way to keep tabs on you, like when you like bug
I
someone.
don't
like
know
it's
if
a
it's
tracker.
just me though, because looking at Gulgurn and what he did with the device and that kind of thing, Gulgurn's got a chain from the event because he's locked in the agreement. His chain, ever so slightly, looks green at times, and I don't know if I can do anything about it. While like I feel like he's using some of me to get other things done, and I'm worried about it.
Do I hear this?
How close are you to this?
I specifically said that we were
Yeah.
trying to like talk quietly and
Yes,
trying.
I
Okay.
would like to think that I'm talking quietly. She's just very passionate.
Yeah. Try to listen in if you want. It's just we're trying to be quiet.
Go,
Maybe that's
I
all the
would
more
be-
reason to
Make a-
listen because
I'm
you
not
see us
trying-
like talking quietly.
It's not
and
like I'm
weirdly.
trying to keep it from you. If you wanted to talk to me about it, I would.
Make a
I was just
perception
trying to
check.
Figure out.
See if you
Make
can, if you like catch that your name and hear that you're being talked about.
Just in the way that, like, if you're around somebody and they say your name, like,
Yeah.
across the room, you go like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So make a perception check. See if
good thing I...
see if Gulgurn. Yep.
Okay.
Your
you
ears
are-
are burning.
wow.
I have like flat 0 on perception, so
Yeah, I'll
Damn.
follow it up then with
That's
like
Whip his head
I
around.
wanted to. Like I saw it when we had our previous conversation. I've been trying to figure out a way to tell him about it, but like I thought I should maybe talk to you first because you're another one of the 7, and
Well,
like
it makes sense, like, why you'd want to talk to me first. I mean, you don't necessarily, like, the guy's already, like, he already made this deal and this thing's already happening and you don't want to, like, freak him out or
I just
anything. And
feel like a piece of shite if it is partly my fault because it.
Here's
should
what I
not
think.
happen.
What if, hear me out. Again, you didn't do anything wrong here, but hear me out. What if this guy sees how powerful you are and sees how you are already tethered, and let's just say he's using you as like a what do you like a conductor of sorts. He wants to do what he's doing to Gulgurn, and maybe having you here as sort of like a conduit makes it like a little bit easier.
Right, maybe. Like what I'm wondering is
I'm
the
just
thing
trying
that
to
I'm-
like explain the color. Maybe his magic's just green. A lot of magic
like,
has color association. Maybe
No, the,
some way.
my suspicion is that because like I'm a chain breaker. I've broken my own chains. The only thing that I'm
Mhm.
tethered to right now technically is the 7. So
Yeah.
he's taking advantage of my connection to the 7.
Yep, that makes sense. He might, but then it also begs the other question of just like, is he doing it just to you, or is he doing it to me too?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because I also have the 7 connection, right? So like, the thing is, it's just like if he has the option to do it to both of us, like why wouldn't he do it to both of us? But then that begs all sorts of other questions, like why focus on you and not me? It's not like I want him to, but it's just like, you know.
At this
Weird.
point, I think I'm actually going to directly address Gulgurn and be like, Gulgurn, do you have a sec? Just while we're walking.
Also, Tengu, as Tamaki talks about like her connections and stuff, and her chains, you do see chains coming off of her, but in a different way. Like you see the chain that connects her core to you through the 7. You can see the multicolored chain connecting her. You see chains of various strengths connecting them to each other, but not in a negative way.
Right. Yeah. Just responsibilities and
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Makes
fair.
sense. Right. Algarn, can I see you for a moment?
I feel like I'm going to the principal's office.
Go get trouble.
It's not like that.
Ooh, you gonna answer the 7? Ooh.
Yeah, fall back.
Ooh.
Hey,
Okay.
yeah, what is it?
So
Someone's in
sorry I didn't mention this
trouble.
earlier. Okay, I'll wait. I'm sorry I didn't mention this earlier. I've been trying to figure out a way to approach it. I wanted to talk to Tamaki a bit first. There's something about that commitment you made last night to the item and the deal has given you a chain, which as the chain breaker, I do visualize and see what people are tethered to. It's just your tether looks a little bit different than I think, and I'm wondering if there was a disruption on me causing an effect on you. So maybe next time we take a break, if you wouldn't mind, would you be open to Tamaki and I doing some kind of a I don't know what it would be exactly, but some kind of a scan to see if we could look into more of the effect that the item is having on you.
Sure.
Okay, thanks. It's just
Can you all make perception checks?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I am trying to be an
Including-
open and honest person.
Yeah, and he's cutting in with that. He's like, I don't know if I want you doing this yet.
No. This is maybe
Oh,
has nothing
sorry.
to do with what we're talking
Pick the
about.
first one. It didn't look
Oh,
like
damn.
I accidentally
I
clicked it
I
twice.
locked in for that apparently.
Okay, so anyone
Accidentally clicked it
with
twice, sorry.
above a 10, so that looks like everybody. Do any of you speak Sylvan?
Except for Carrie.
Let me double check my
Sylvan.
languages. I don't think so, but let me double check.
I have
I do
tons,
not.
but I'd have to cast it.
I didn't choose languages when I made
Wait,
tank.
where do we section where we speak languages, like the languages that we know? Is there a specific
It should
section?
be on the left.
Let me
side.
double check my languages.
I don't even know
No.
how many
More
languages
and
I
then
have.
on
Fuck.
the left hand side.
Top left. Okay.
Bottom.
It's in
Yeah.
proficiency. It's on like the
Bottom
left hand
left.
side.
Oh, hold
It's in
on.
your proficiency.
No worries. The mind is
I
empty
speak
'cause
I
I'm
speak
dumb.
common and orc. That's it.
As expected.
As
Tengu,
expected.
you said you didn't choose any?
Apparently not.
Okay.
You-
Yeah, it's like with
Language.
like your armor
Yes,
proficiency.
it is.
You've just been real good at guessing what everyone's been saying up to this point because you
Right. Yeah,
speak
that's-
no language.
That's what the accent is. It's just me trying to figure shit out.
Gulgurn, if you would like to cast tongues, like as a reaction, I'll allow that because you hear a voice on the wind.
Sure.
All right. You hear a ephemeral voice. Yes.
Sorry. I just looked under it. It appeared blank, but when I clicked on it, it says Elven, Dwarven, and Common. So
Okay. Well, not
Yeah.
Sylvan,
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah.
okay. You hear an
So
ephemeral
no.
voice that says,
not as much of a dumbass.
"She's watching."
It cut out in the middle because you were whispering.
Yeah, I heard green, and that was it.
Well, that's not at all okay. Hurry, she is watching. You hear that repeated a few times, and then the breeze that carried that message dies away. You all heard the voice on the wind, but Gulgurn, you were the only one to understand it for that couple of seconds that it was there.
Except Karen, because she rolled a 9, apparently.
Well, Karen felt the wind, I guess.
Karen is Karen.
Roll a breeze.
Whatever.
Not breathe.
I'm sorry, that was actually me.
That's weird. Oh,
Did anyone else catch that?
I heard something. I couldn't parse it though.
always been unclear about this. Do I know what language I'm listening to when I
Yes.
cast tongues? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Something Sylvan in the wind told us to hurry and that she's watching. And that
What did it
concerns me more than a
What did
little.
it sound like? What did the voice sound like?
I mean, you could all hear what the voice sounded like, except Karen.
It sounded like a voice in the wind.
Oh, okay. Would we? Does
Oh,
it
yeah.
sound like?
Voice in
Does
the
it
wind?
sound like anything that we would recognize?
No.
No. Okay.
I mean, do you often hear voices in the wind? Because then we
No, I was
actually have
I was
to have a
holding out
conversation
hope it
about
was
that
gonna be
one.
Bite Size's dad who can turn into the wind. I thought that maybe I'm like but no, if we don't recognize the voice, then it's like whatever.
That's actually a fair thought. I'm gonna like deliberately pick up the pace because there's one she
Yeah.
that is really good at listening around here. I'm gonna shut my mouth and speed up.
Who would you say out of the group of you is walking at the front? Because I know that Tengu, Tamaki, and Gulgurn kind of dropped back to talk there for a second.
Yeah, we were more towards the back, so.
Yeah,
I feel like Karen has the longest legs.
Yeah, I'd be up front.
Okay.
I want to throw Krugen under the bus here, but I feel like he's the fittest out of all of us.
No, it's fair. I was about to say I would probably be up there too.
Because he's
So you
much
Karen-
far away
Karen
from me.
Exactly.
Can you make 2 more perception checks, please? Or 1 each, sorry.
Yeah.
As Pix is walking far ahead of you.
Ooh.
All right, never mind.
Ooh.
We see
Never
nothing.
mind.
And that's breathe earlier, wasn't it, Krugen?
Ew.
Is he seething?
Ding dang, single digits.
And then you guys continue walking, maybe with a bit more pace, but over the next few minutes, stretches to 10 minutes, half an hour, nothing happens, nothing changes. Your day continues, the sun shines down, the birds continue flying around, and butterflies fly past.
Let's play a game. I spy with my great big eye something that is green.
That's me.
I was gonna say, is it me? That's
Ah,
so
Is it
funny.
yellow or green? I am the
Krugen, the green hobgoblin, looks at you with his one eye.
He's green?
Yeah, greenish.
You're green?
See under all the blood.
That's fair.
You need to have a bath, man. You look brown.
I always thought he was like a brownish color, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, he is. He's more of like a flesh tone.
And there's a reason why I'm standing upwind of you.
trying to
Oh, come
trying
on.
to claim green privilege. How dare you?
And you
God.
guys start
Making
setting up
friends.
camp for the night.
Hmm.
And Tamaki, you feel a kind of knocking at the back of your mind as someone's
Oh.
trying to get your attention.
Okay. I look around. Do I see anything? Do I hear
Nope, you
anything?
don't see anything.
Huh. Does anyone else hear something?
The rest of you don't hear
You
anything.
have a second. You have a second. I wanted to check Gulgurn over.
Tamaki, can you hear me?
Oh shit.
Yes. Hello.
Hello?
Hi. Yes. She steps
Finally,
away.
I
from
got
the
through
fire.
to you.
Hi.
It's Ramraz, but we kind of had a peculiar encounter. Are you and Tengu doing well? Are you faring well?
This about as well as you can expect to do in the Feywild. Yeah, things are going okay.
Well, that is welcome news, but when we were traveling back to Riverstone, Rivnor, Albin, and I, we saw a green portal open up, and there was a silver-eyed fae that looked at us, and I shudder to think of it, but didn't look like it was moving on its own.
Huh. Can you describe him a little bit more? Was he like weirdly tall and like moved like really smoothly, unnaturally?
Well, I mean, it seemed like his arms and legs were kind of stretched, and his movements didn't seem like they were his own, but they were still graceful.
Oh no. Okay. What happened from there? Did he talk to you? Did he do anything?
Well, he stared us down, but there's something that still bugs me.
Yeah.
He said, "So we are returning. Very interesting." And then he left through the portal he came in. Do you think it has anything to do with the Seven?
I think it definitely exclusively has something to do with the Seven. So weird thing, we're in the Feywild, we were making camp the other night, and then the exact figure that you are describing and saw came up to us, and he's referred to as the barterer, apparently. He presents you with a bunch of these deals, but they're not good deals. They're like, you get something, but you have to give a lot to get something. And basically, you have to accept one of them no matter what. And so we had to accept one of them, and we did. And, you know, like, wasn't great, could have been a lot worse, but Tengu and I were talking today about how, like, it feels like he did something to her. We aren't sure exactly what yet, but we encountered him, and it sounds like he encountered all of you very shortly afterwards.
Well, this does not bode well. I was talking to Rivnor and Elbin, and I thought that figure was going to keep tabs on maybe all of us. But it looks like he may have gotten to you first.
I think so. I wouldn't be surprised if he got to us and then somehow was able to get to you guys because of that.
I didn't sense any energy, though. I didn't feel any violet. I didn't feel anything. But still, his words. It's like he was comparing himself to us. Like, maybe he's had similar powers before.
Maybe. Is there such a thing as that? Isn't it like you're a 7 until you die kind of thing? Is it possible for someone to be one and then, like, give up the power or lose it, I guess?
Well, in my adventures with Rivnor and Elbin, we did run into the Orange, who wasn't alive at the time.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Either way, if you're saying that our potential, maybe other 7, is affiliated with this barterer of sorts, you might be able to get some information, but this still does not bode well.
No, definitely not. If we come across him again, we'll be very careful, and I would encourage you to be the same. If we figure out anything else, I'll try to reach out and update you.
Understood, and it's much appreciated. But you said something happened to Tengu.
Yeah, so Tengu is able to, like, look at, like, the chains that people have, right? Like, from when you, like, become a 7 or make some sort of, like, deal or things like that. And so now there's chains on Gulgurn, and she was looking at them, and they have sort of, like, a weird kind of green tinge to them, and we were trying to figure out, like, why.
Well, I don't know if he visited us first or you first, but still, the way he addressed us, I have a funny feeling that if the green is involved in some way or form, maybe he's already ran into someone else. Maybe not Tengu, but maybe one of our former greens.
Maybe. I mean, fey creatures can live a long time. I mean, the idea that he ran into another 7 when they were still alive isn't that crazy, so maybe that's all he means. But either way, I don't like it.
Or maybe there is someone that's still alive that had, or not alive, but around, that still had the power of the green at one point in time. Thinking
Maybe.
back to the Orange, after all.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I'll fill Tengu in. Thank you very much for reaching out. I feel like this is going to be helpful.
I'm just glad we were able to confirm both of your safety, and we need to meet up as soon as we can. But I do know that you have your mission.
Trust me, as soon as we're done here, I'm all yours. We will be there, 100%.
Understood. Well, take care, you two.
You
and
too.
the rest of the Iron Lords as well.
I will pass on your well wishes. He doesn't know Krugen. He doesn't know. It's fine.
Fuck me in particular, I guess.
Well, reach out if you can, but until next time.
Absolutely. All right. So that
Tamaki, I'm
that ends.
waving my hand in front of your face, like hello.
Yeah, I assume I
does
was
this from
like
time to time.
I was like locked in and wasn't paying attention to her whatsoever.
100%.
Okay, cool. So that happens, and I see her waving her hand in front of my face. I'm like, Jesus, what? Hi.
Yeah, right? You zoned out for a minute. I was asking you about Golgurn and you just shut down.
Sorry, Ramras reached out. I was just talking to Ramras.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Sorry. We were doing whatever, and it's just all of a sudden he was just in my head and we were having a conversation. But get this. This is what he told me. He was hanging out with everyone else, right? He's hanging out with the blue, he's hanging out with the red, they're doing their whole thing, and he says that this portal opened up and that the same guy, the barterer, came out. And they saw him.
Oh shit. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What did he say what color the portal was by any chance?
I believe he said it was green.
Fuck!
I know. Not great. Not great at all. And he
clenched to my head. Like,
and
God.
he said that they didn't really have a conversation or anything, but he said basically like he saw them and was just like, like, oh, I guess we're coming back. And it's just like, what the hell does that mean? Like,
yeah, we.
Yeah,
Where?
like we. Like, what do you mean? Like, is it like the royal we, or is it like a 7 we? Like, what?
Right. He is pretentious enough to maybe use the royal we, but
maybe, who knows? But I told Ramras about your whole thing with the chains and with Gulgurn and like the green and everything. He didn't really have much to say about it, but he appreciated the update. But he thinks that maybe it means that he ran into, I don't know, he ran into one of the 7 when they were still around, because Fays can live a long time, or maybe one of the 7 isn't necessarily alive at this point, but he still had contact. What?
I'm having a thought. Maybe it wasn't me that made the deal.
Oh.
Maybe it have been a previous green and now I'm bound to it because of that.
Oh, because it's specifically the idea of the green did it, and now you fit the role of the
exactly. Because I told him no. I said not from you, and I was very deliberate. And yeah,
and maybe that's
will have an effect on me.
Yeah, maybe that's why he was fine with you not making a deal, because he's like, I basically already have one with you anyway, but you'll find that out later, and now is later.
Fuck.
This sucks.
Am I a danger to you guys right now just by being here? Fuck.
I think it would be much more dangerous if you were not here. And also, what are you going to do? Where are you going to go? If you're alone, it'd be much more dangerous for you being alone.
I'm just scared.
It's okay to be scared. I too am scared.
My eyes are a little glassy, like, eh.
Do you want a hug?
Yeah.
Alright, she, like, drops down to her knees and gives you as unsticky of a hug as she is able to give you.
Yay.
You are now covered in glitter.
I don't care. I need this. I revel.
I know. I know that this is a lot, and that there's a lot of uncertainty, but like, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, and whatever this guy's going on, we'll deal with him, and we'll deal with Tsutsiko, and we'll deal with the Violet, and everything will be fine.
I can't help but feel like it's my fault because I'm new at this, and it feels like everything that I'm doing, like except for the very first thing I did, feels like everything else has caused something to get worse.
Hey, as a person who as a person who has been in a lot of unexpected positions, I'm going to tell you something. that's just sort of unfortunately how it goes with all of this responsibility. You can be doing something that you think is right, and then in hindsight, it turns out that it wasn't. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't try and that you shouldn't keep on going and trying to get better. You know, I mean,
say I was not gonna. I didn't say it was gonna stop. I'm just considering.
considering what?
If he's taking advantage of me, what can I do on my end to mitigate that?
It's a great, great question, and something we should totally work towards finding a solution on. But also, unfortunately, I don't have the answer right now.
Right. I wasn't expecting you to.
No, I know. I'm trying to show that I am listening actively.
I know. Yes, you are. Yes. I mean, you are currently hugging me, so. Okay. I mean, on that note, regarding things we can do, we can still check out Golgurt.
Definitely. But I do want you to keep in mind that, like, let's say worst case, this is what we think it is. I don't want you to feel bad because, like, if this previous green, whoever, made this deal, that's not on you. You know what I mean? I don't want you to feel like you have to bear the previous green's, like, mistakes. Are we gonna have to deal with it? Yes, but that doesn't mean that it's, like, your fault and that you should be feeling bad about it.
Right, it is my responsibility, though. I've been
I
trying
know.
to break change, and here it keeps coming in more.
Trust me, as a person who's tried to unfuck a 2,000-year-old dead kingdom and trying to fix all of their problems and mistakes, which were not mistakes I made, I get it completely. Having to deal with other people's crap is, it's a crappy hand to be dealt.
But can I remind you that you're not doing it alone? Nobody here is doing this alone. You've got
No one here is
the
doing this
rest of us,
alone.
however
Also, Ramras says
inept we
hi
may be.
and passes on his love.
Who?
The indigo. We were talking in my head, and he passed on his
Oh.
love, and he said hello.
Oh. Sorry if I wasn't listening in your head.
Well, maybe do that. I don't know. I don't know. I got a lot on my mind right now. Jokes aren't happening.
Apparently. Including voices. Sweetheart, have you ever, like, thought about just having a little break? Maybe after all this, we'll go have a spa day.
We don't have time for that.
I'll have a spa day when the violet is dead. I will have burned it then.
Well, I don't think that's a healthy way of dealing with it.
Who said I'm a healthy person? Are we still hugging the entire time this is happening?
We are.
I'm just like, I'm talking at Karen over your shoulder.
I'm joining on the
I'm
hug.
small enough. You could easily do that.
Group hug, everybody! Everybody, come on! Join on in. We're all get a hug.
I feel like at that
You
point.
too, Gully. Kruger, get in on this.
Absolutely fucking not.
Cougar.
You stinky brown man. Come on. We're not going forward until you come and hug the rest of us.
I
We will wait all day.
Every single one of you.
We will be here all day. All this will be your fault. People are gonna die because of you and your inability to hug. How does that make you feel?
Just because he's not a touchy person, it's fine. People have boundaries. It's fine. Galgard, come here.
Gugger's not here right now. He's
You
His
dropped
soul
his,
is-
you dropped his message. He's
He's
Sit
making
in the woods.
hits.
yeah, he can't talk right now. He's making bits.
Okay.
He's at the
Well then.
Thunderbox. It's okay.
That's fair.
We'll wear you down
Yeah.
someday, Korean. I barked my words.
Krugen, here's like the whole, oh yeah, we're gonna be here all day, and then a bunch of people are gonna die, and that'll be your fault, and he just fucking glares at you.
Well, if only you hugged.
Everybody has.
All right, let's keep
walking.
walking.
Boundaries.
You guys are
it's
at camp.
fine. Have some.
yeah, we're at
soup, it's
camp.
fine.
It is camp
I just-
time.
I
Going
didn't
out
realize.
Everybody gets soup and an acorn muffin. Here we go. Here you go, Pig Sir. I'm just gonna have a mouthful of muffin and sit on the ground over by the fire.
Tengu's like, if I make everybody soup, will they be friends?
I know it's not that simple, but at least everybody needs food.
I
can
just
feel
made pumpkin soup and I want everybody to be happy.
That is the vibe. I went from pure anger.
You know what would go great with this soup? Some crow.
Ah, fuck! Why are you gonna do me like that? Come on! This has already been a rough night. You bring that up. Friends,
I kid.
fine, that's the one relationship that I was actually able to fix.
So depressing.
You
Alright,
hear cawing in the distance.
Are you guys still going to look over Gogun?
Elgarn, come over here.
I think Tamaki's away.
Stop shitting in the wood. Come on.
She's not a
It's Tamaki now.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I'm sorry. I put a message in the chat. I'm back now. I literally just
Okay.
got back. What did I miss?
I just
Fuck. I'm sorry.
There was some
I
sadness
was-
soup.
crying over soup. The one
Oh, no,
relationship I fixed was brought up.
It must have been something in the bread. Everybody keeps shitting in the woods. But you said the acorns were safe.
I see are safe.
God.
They just
The
make
point
healthy bowel
is, I'm
movements.
back now.
It's just fiber.
Fibrous.
It's fine.
We've been eating a lot of fiber.
It's good for
Everybody
your
roll
gut.
Constitution.
Oh God. All right. Shall we see if we can give Golgar a scan and see if
Now that I'm done shitting in the woods, apparently, yes, I'd love to. Let's
Great,
do it.
Let's do it.
Is this going to be a straight roll?
You like to wash your hands first?
Um,
Oh my god. Yes, I do that. Thank you.
Straight roll or
whichever one of you has a better
That's
religion
okay.
check can roll with advantage.
Oh boy. All right. My religion is not great. Should my religion score go up now that I am a 7?
You ain't there
Fine.
yet.
Fair enough.
Mine's a 1.
Okay.
I have
Mine
been
is,
with
my
my
religion?
religion is also a 1, but let's see.
God, my God.
All right. Apparently, my religion's better than yours. So
Yeah, it's better than my results, so we'll take your 14.
Okay. I don't know what Bass is
Thirsty,
doing, but
just doing this for fun?
I want
Well,
to join.
Join him in.
Hey,
I want to be part. I want to play.
I wanna roll the
Karen,
dice.
you don't even understand what they're doing. Like, this whole 7
I'm
nonsense
just
is
here.
pointless.
I think I'm a bit
I can't
too
even
in my
count to
feelings.
7.
I think I'm too in my feelings for this.
So, Tamaki, you're checking over,
Mhm.
but you don't really see anything. This isn't your wheelhouse.
Fair enough. It makes sense. It makes sense that I would have a higher DC when this isn't my fucking thing.
Hold my hand.
I
Thank you.
hold your hand.
You passively see it, like you passively see the chains. The chains that you see on people aren't like super distracting. If you focus on them, they become more like solid to you, and you can inspect them.
Right.
But even if you're looking at the same chain that you were looking at before, nothing about it has really changed.
Okay. Right. So no new information, unfortunately, but I'm sorry, Golgurn. It does... Honestly, it does seem like this fucking barterer has taken advantage. And I'm sorry that that has had an effect on you as well.
Rug.
Yeah,
What do you do about it?
Gulgrin's pretty hard to shake. I think the most I've ever seen Gulgrin upset is when the whole
I'm
hair
not
thing
worried
happened.
about shaking him. I'm worried about being personally responsible for part of his suffering.
Listen,
and I want to.
at the end of the day, it's all on the guy. He's the one who
yes.
forced this whole thing in the first place anyway. Like,
I get that, but I do feel like I have a responsibility to try and fix it, since one, I am a chain breaker, and two, it seems to be my magic tied into it, so I carry a certain level of responsibility, so he should be informed, and I should try. So
I completely agree that you should try, but also, do you think that maybe you put too much pressure on yourself?
oh,
Coming from
perhaps.
Tamaki is kind of funny.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
calling
Yeah.
the kettle black.
I'm just gonna say, yeah, for Tamaki to be looking at you and
Wow,
just being
isn't
like,
that the
wow,
pot
that's a lot
calling
of
the
pressure.
kettle black?
We are reflected in
I
each other's
literally
eyes.
just said that, Karen.
Right. Yeah, this is. How do you feel seeing you from the outside, actually?
Like me,
God,
or
they're
like,
gonna
are you asking
therapize
Tamaki, or are you
each
asking
other
like
now.
me? Because I'm fully aware of her whole situation.
I'm asking
There's
about
a
Tamaki's feelings
delay.
in this moment. I'm curious
Me.
about, like,
There.
I often do like the extra sort of like the emotional shit so that you might be able to read on her face. Is there anything like that on you right now? Do you realize that I'm acting like you did?
I would, you know what? I'm gonna roll for this, actually. I'm doing a self-imposed roll, and then this will help me
Insight.
decide this. Insight, yes. Am I gonna be insightful enough to introspect?
Yeah. You feel that
Hey!
shit
Totally.
like lightning in your chest. You're like, ah, fuck.
Yep. Yep. Complete realization of just like, oh, okay. Shit.
And so the green and yellow have fallen. They both sit there crying.
Basically, yeah. I cry into my soup. I hold Tengu's hand and I cry into my soup.
Yeah, we're both just crying and have each other's hands on whatever part we can reach.
I'm just gonna uncomfortably walk away.
God,
It's
is
the
this
right-
who's
it's the right
supposed to
move.
like save our dimension or realm or whatever you
We're
call
trying,
it?
and that's the point
Oh,
of
yeah.
this.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
I'm sorry.
that's a
You're
raven
right.
thing. Just having a
You're
vision.
trying.
Ah!
I haven't cried like this since I accidentally
Like-
broke my dad's abacus before tax season. Oh, God.
Ah! My hand's on your leg, your hand's on my shoulder. And the other hand is consuming soup.
Soup is getting saltier as you eat.
I didn't mean to do that.
Now it's cold.
No chill. No, you're right. Absolutely no chill in this campsite.
No chill. Alright, who's doing first watch?
I am, if it means I can get the fuck away from this.
That's fair. We could talk when I'm not like this.
Yeah, we'll come back to this conversation later.
All right, who's joining Krugen on first watch?
Not me, because he doesn't want me there. Anybody else?
Yeah, probably not me either, because I'm a blurry mess.
Bass can join. Bass can join Krugen.
Thank God. One of the two sane members of this party.
I'm flattered. I've never been called that before.
Yeah,
That used
I'll
to
wear
be...
it out.
I used to be in his good books.
Pix will come over and say, I will take watch with one of you two.
I'll do second watch with you.
Very well. And then last we have, well, I guess who's doing
I'll do
last
watch with Karen. I'll do watch with Karen.
All right,
It's
Gulgrin
fine.
gets to sleep in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we've been bugging Gulgurn a lot today.
Yeah.
He's had a big day. He's shat in the woods for like the last 6 hours.
Really takes
He
it out of
needs
you.
to sleep.
I told you need to soak the acorns.
All right. Bast and Krugen.
What will they talk about? I'm so curious.
You
What
have
is much.
Bast and Krugen.
Do you want to sit in silence?
You have anything in particular you need to talk about?
You already heard my glitter talk.
I did.
You trying to match his energy? That's great.
You got a favorite soup?
This is the kind of I want to learn about Krugen. This is great.
Yeah, what's his favorite soup?
Yeah,
There's
pick
like
one.
there's a long pause. He's like, I don't know, tomato, I guess.
I had you pegged for like a barley and onion kind of guy, but like tomato, yeah, I can see that.
Barley and onion. What the fuck? What?
No, something about your face just gives barley and onion energy.
I've never even heard of that. Is that like a thing?
Yeah, I think you can make anything into a soup if you really try.
Yeah, fair point.
Okay, this is adorable. I love this. More, please.
On your watch, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. As you guys are just kind of chatting, maybe looking up into the sky every once in a while, you see a shower of shooting stars fly across the sky, and they don't fly straight. They go in waves elegantly across the sky.
Aw. Then they kiss.
All right, Karen. Jeez.
Karen's the shipper of the group, I guess. It's a nice night.
I'm here for it. That is the new one.
It is a nice night. Look at all the stars. You gonna make a wish?
Any wish I could make, I would be so fit. You know, it's really hard to role play when I got a soundtrack going on here. I don't think anybody could grant
Shut up. I'll go back to sleep. Karen goes back to her tent.
She talks a lot in her sleep.
I was gonna say, it seems excessive. How do you get anything done?
It takes about 10 times as long as it needs to. Honestly.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
You were saying you were making a wish on the stars?
Oh, no. I don't think there's a force out there that could grant the wish that I'd want.
Oh, what do you want?
I love the matching of the accent.
What do you want? It's a shapeshifter thing.
What do you want?
Tell me what you want.
I would
Like
want
when you
my
stay in a
family
country
back.
for like 2 months and you gain their accent by accident. That but faster. Sorry.
What do you want?
Oh, sorry. Everybody was making Brokeback Mountain jokes. Didn't hear me. Okay. I'd want my family back.
I'm
I'm not laughing at the
sorry.
family comment. I'm laughing at the chat. It's just, I'm not heartless.
I'm sorry. I lost my family too.
Really?
Yeah. I was young. I don't remember a ton of it. Um, my parents owned like a gem store. I actually grew up with the dwarfs, despite how I look. Um, and their store was robbed when I was young, and rereading my backstory here that I haven't looked at in a long time, it looks like my mom died um during the robbing.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. I mean, I might not get them back, but honestly, I know we give Karen and Tamaki a hard time, but they're probably the closest thing I could ever ask for to family.
Well, I'm glad you have that at least, but I can't. I can't forgive them.
Forgive who?
Tamaki. Look, I know y'all are doing your best, and I know y'all are big shots running a kingdom and all that, but and to an extent, you know, most of you aren't culpable for what Tsukiko did and what's happened over here, but the fact remains that if y'all hadn't done what you did, and Tamaki especially hadn't done what she did, I'd still have a face, and a wife, and a daughter. And no amount of goodwill makes that just go away.
Bass. He just kind of, or she just kind of sits on the log, hands folded, looking down. Um, I'm not gonna pretend like we're ever gonna be able to make that right.
I know. For what it's worth, I'm just happy that I'm here making sure that we're doing what we can, I guess. And at least you and Gulgurn seem like you somewhat got a head on your shoulders.
Can my only words of wisdom, and believe me, I have like 3 of them. Just be careful with the power and the revenge and the sometimes wishing for things to get back or to be stronger, or it's not that Bass is just going to shake his head.
Kurgan laughs a little bit. I think I take your point. Hey, do me a favor.
Yeah.
If you get the chance, say something nice to Tengu.
I can do that.
She's a good kid. I mean, I keep calling her kid. I'm pretty sure she's probably older than I think, but just a little unsure of herself. She's much stronger than she looks. A little reinforcement would go a long way, I think.
I mean, for the role that she's been thrust into, as far as I can tell, so far she seems like she's doing a pretty damn good job. Better than I would be.
Yeah. Yeah, better than I would too. Just lift her up a little bit if you can. She she reminds me of my daughter in a way.
I'm sure we can do that.
And I'll pat you on the shoulder and go back to doing lookout.
Right, and your watch draws to an end, and you guys switch with Pix and Tengu. I don't remember. I think Bast, you're in with Gulgrin. And Krugen, you sleep out here? I don't remember.
I just kind of sleep places, generally speaking.
I think you and I tend to swap the outdoor beds.
Yeah, probably. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Well, Pix kind of like makes himself comfortable on the bench, and as you guys do your watch, he asks you, like, it's been probably like 20 minutes that you guys have kind of sat in silence, more or less, and he says, "What about you? Do you have any family?"
That's kind of a complicated question. I had a father once, long time ago, not blood as far as I know. He found me in the mountains as a child. I was only with him for a number of years before I was sort of shipped around between a bunch of pretentious people who wanted to try to make me into something I wasn't. So over and over again, I tried to leave. My father was the only person that I really sort of had a relationship with on this plane.
Cutting you off. Tengu, can you please make a Constitution saving throw as you feel a sharp pain?
Okay. Lovely.
Maybe we're lucky. Maybe it's just a heart attack.
Damn,
Just
if you had a slightly higher Constitution.
That's still a nat 20, though.
Doesn't matter. It's not an auto success.
Why are you not Brennan?
All right, Tengu.
Higher than 20, man.
Tengu, you feel a paralysis take hold of you.
Oh no.
And Pix gets up and looks at you and says, "You know, you are probably not the one to blame for any of this, but everyone here shares the blame. And I am going to get all of you together. I have enough poison in this dagger for each and every one of you. And then I will make you watch as I avenge my family." Tengu, but so he's kind of monologuing a bit right now.
What?
Can I get Krugen, because you're sleeping outside nearby?
Mm-hmm.
Can you make a perception check?
I can do that.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my
I
god.
have bad wisdom.
Oh!
Can my nat 20 be worth something? Can he get an extra one?
No. Tamaki,
Come on.
you are next closest.
Oh no.
Should I just leave? I'm gonna go.
You're going to
I'm going to.
make a perception check.
Okay.
Remember,
Alright.
you have.
Can I use my inspiration? I feel like this is a
Hey.
moment to use one of my
Wow.
inspirations.
Please
Use it.
and thank
So,
you.
so I can roll with advantage then?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Okay.
Thank God.
Damn.
Oh, no. I spoke too soon.
Kidding me!
Tengu.
Guess
Ow.
I'll die.
That was unbelievably
Man.
uncool!
Didn't he say he
This
was
is
gonna
just-
make you watch? So technically, you're not gonna die yet.
Like,
Correct.
this
That's
is
the way the
not-
Iron Lords die.
It's not the time
I've
for pedantic
inspiration.
bullshit.
I'm
Really,
doing it
it's not.
So he walks away, and he opens the tent flap, and just very slightly,
Karen, does Karen
Uh,
get a chance?
just give me a sec,
No.
very slightly pricks Tamaki. Tamaki, please make a Constitution saving throw.
At least my constitution is good. Knock on wood.
I don't know why you would
Oh,
say
fucking
that.
easy.
Ooh.
Tamaki,
Ooh.
you wake up,
Yep.
you're like, ow, and nothing happens to you.
Yeah.
Pix frantically, he's standing over you
Reaction.
with the knife. React
Reaction, tackle
as
him.
as he is coming back in for another stab. You backflip and tackle him, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna tackle him to the fucking ground and get the knife away from him.
All right. You tackle him outside. You make a let's call it a strength check against him.
Makes sense. Oh boy.
All right. You are able to easily
Good
pin
thing
him
my
down.
strength is fucking unbelievable.
Wink.
Good thing you're a beast.
You see him. You pin him down. You look up and you see Tengu is just sitting rigidly right there.
I like immediately start screaming. I'm like, "Wake up! Everybody, wake up!"
All right. Everybody is able to wake up.
Yeah, I'm up.
So you see me
What the
pinning
fuck?
Pix to the ground. I woke up to him standing over me
I'll
with a
grab the
knife. He
knife.
stabbed me. He did something to Tengu. Someone go check on there. Otherwise, I'm still like holding him down. I refuse to let him up.
I'll check
Okay.
Tengu.
Hi,
Can I,
sweetheart. Are you still with us?
You can move your eyes.
Oh jeez.
I just, yeah, they're wide, they're panicked. I'm looking.
Blink twice if
between
you're
you two.
okay.
Can I
What do you
blink
want?
it? No, I can just
you can't
look.
blink.
I look left, right.
Am I able to do like a medicine check or
Yes.
an arcana check? What would you like?
Medicine.
Medicine.
Oof. Oh, that was Kurgan for a second. I was so worried. I'm like, shit.
Not
not
good
much
from either
better.
of you.
I
Um,
don't know what's happening. You're gonna be okay. I'll like try to lay her down onto the ground.
What did you do? What did you stab her with?
I stabbed her with the knife that you are holding. And I was going to stab you, but why did you not succumb? This is the strongest
I'm a lot
Paralysis.
stronger than you think.
in the Feywilds.
Here, Benedict.
I'll like grab him by like the shirt cuff in front of him, just get right up in his face. She's a demigod, you dumb bastard. What
Good work,
did you
demigod,
do
come on.
to the kid?
Paralyzed her.
I think it's more the half orc thing that's enormous. It takes a lot of poison to take us down.
True. Built like a brick shithouse. Someone get the knife out of his hand.
The knife
He's-
is already gone, isn't it? Karen picked it up.
I think Karen took
I got
it
the knife.
Okay, good.
And he's
Alex,
like
do you wanna-
struggling
you wanna
against
look this
Krugen
over?
right now. He's kind of thrashing back and forth.
I'm still like holding
Oh,
like
okay.
still like I like to think that like the way that she's on him, like knees are pinning down his thighs and she's like both hands on like one hand per wrist, just like he is down.
Okay. Then he's trying to struggle against you. He's gonna do another strength check. All right. He does not.
All right. Yeah, I agree. Let's tie him up. We all have rope. We're all gonna like hog tie this dude like really aggressively.
I'm still there holding on to him, so I'll just be like, antidote now.
He spits in your face. That you would side with these creatures.
If you had stabbed any other one of them, I might not be so fucking mad. But the kid is innocent in all this. I've been
None
with
of
her
you are
this whole
innocent.
damn
Look,
time.
man, I know.
Do we have him tied up by this point?
Karen, your mic is cutting out. I can hear you talking in the background.
Oh.
And
No,
yes,
he's right. None of us are innocent in this. Does weird things.
when she
Don't
came to
run.
me and gave
We
me
can-
this, she had promised it would be the end.
Who promised?
You know who it was.
Oh, okay. So Tsutsiko, the person who actually did this and actually is the responsible one.
You
for
are the
killing
one
all of your
responsible.
family. She is the one who still actually did it. She's the one who
You
still
are the
actually
one who
killed
made
them, and you're
everything
helping
happen.
her? Oh my gosh. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I want to... You go ahead, Will. You go ahead.
Can I kick him? I want to kick him.
Sure.
That's fair. You really think that she's gonna stop? You're okay with her killing other innocent people? We're trying to stop her now.
It
I'm
was
sorry
supposed
that your
to be an end
family
to
is
everything.
dead.
Fuck you.
Whatever. Fuck you too then.
Krugen is going to grab Pix by the ropes and, like... We still got the fire going here, yeah?
Whoa, whoa!
Yes, yes, avenge me.
All right, so
Yeah,
I'm going to
yeah,
grab
still.
Pix by the ropes and drag him over to the edge of the fire.
Okay, at this point, it's been about a minute, so Tengu, you can make another Constitution save. Actually, yeah. We'll say the DC is lowered as you're metabolizing it.
Yes, please, because I did the best I could.
Yeah, you did. That's so it was the
Well,
unfortunate roll. Well, that's
yeah.
not enough.
Nope,
Of course.
fair.
Yep, I'm just fucked. I
Does
see
any
how it is.
does any of us have something that could help? Does anyone have anything that can like cut through poison or something? Would a potion help?
I don't know if
Check.
potions do anything for paralysis. I think that's restoration.
Yeah, I don't
have-
think we have potions.
I'm not
of
that kind of
restoration.
mage.
I have a radiation potion in my pockets.
A radiation potion? What
that
does
shit
do?
is expired as fuck, man.
No, it's not. There's no expiry
not.
date on it.
It makes all the
Black
water in your body violently boil.
I don't think that'll help me very much.
It's the equivalent of
Um,
eating 7,000 bananas. Like,
I have a gaseous form potion. That's probably not good. Looking in my pockets, I have.
Krugen, what are you doing to Pix?
I'm gonna make sure he's lying on his stomach.
Mhm.
I'm gonna drag him over so his head is in front of, let's say, that rock right there, right here, and I'm gonna grab him by the back of the head and get down to his ear level. You better hope you have a goddamn antidote on you. Fork it over
Anything you do
now.
to me, I have already felt 1,000 times when each of my family members died in front of my eyes. I welcome the death. You can make it painful or slow. I don't care.
Okay.
Well, I never said anything about death, and frankly, you still have teeth, so you haven't felt everything yet. And I'll smash his head into the rock.
Fuck you.
Ah, still got some spirit in you. I like that. Now, how do we undo this?
He spits some bloody fludgem in your face.
I would like to pick up a hot coal from the fire and hold it right above his mouth.
Man,
Oh,
I love how
jeez.
fucked up you guys are.
Now, spitting isn't very nice. We asked you a question. How do we fix this?
He's just not going to say anything.
I'm gonna
Do
drop
like
the coal.
oh Jesus! I was gonna say, can I do some like 7 magic to try and fucking undo this?
While while he's screaming in pain with a hot coal in his mouth, Tamaki, can you
Yes,
you can make
please.
a this is gonna be a very low DC Arcana check
Okay.
as you
I'm also going to use my other point of inspiration.
you're gonna be
Cool.
like extending your yellow power around her, and you feel the poison that is seeping through her body. You can tell that she's metabolizing it slowly, but because she's so small and there was a decent amount of poison there, it'll take quite a long time. But you feel that you can banish it with your Savenic power.
Absolutely, I do that.
All right,
As
and
soon as I
Tengu,
believe I can, I do.
instantly you are released from the poison. And you just hear in the background.
So I stand up.
Oh my gosh, it worked.
I'm gonna put my hand on Tamaki as kind of a thank you. I'm gonna go over to this rock and I'm gonna sit down.
She's gonna follow you and go over and just be like, where did he stab you? How's the stab wound? Did he get really deep?
I'll show her, but I'm not gonna say anything.
How deep? How
lift
deep
it-
is the how deep is the stab
It's
wound?
like a pinprick essentially.
Oh, okay. All right.
She's like bleeding
That's
like a
fine.
little dribble, but that's about it.
I assume I have bandages of some
Yeah,
kind. I'll just help bandage her up, and I'm just like, are you take your time, but I'm here if you need to talk.
She just leans on you.
She
Today
likes
has
you.
been the worst day.
All the
She
while,
like gives you like the gentlest like hug possible, like not putting pressure on your stab wound. It's just like rubbing your back, and she's just there. I am so sorry.
as this very sweet, tender moment is happening, you just hear the guy's blood-curdling scream in the background.
That's like reflected in my eyes while this is happening, like cinematically. Like that's what it feels like inside right now.
I'm gonna smack the coal out of his mouth. Give him a second.
He's gonna be able to talk now after that, but all right.
Get down to his ear again. All right now, kid. See, we solved the problem ourselves, so you're running out of opportunities here. When did you contact Tsukiko?
After the town destroyed.
And why would she reach out to you?
Ask me to be weapon.
So let me get this straight. You watched your family die. You watched that city get burned to ash, everything gone. And then you watched the person who did it come over to you and offer you a job. And you took it?
I couldn't stop her, but I could get revenge on you.
Revenge for what? The perpetrator was standing right in front of you.
She is a
And
god.
you worked for her.
We are all but chaff before her.
You'd be surprised what chaff can do. Now, do you know where she is?
No.
Are you sure? I want you to think real hard right now. Even an idea of where she might be might help. Where is Tsukiko?
Fuck you.
You got spirit, kid, I'll give you that. A pity you ain't got much else. And I'll just fucking curb stomp his head into that rock again.
All right. He's dead.
I'll take a breath. Stand up. Spit into the grass. Turn around to look at the three of you. Oh, I'm sorry. Did either of the three of you want to ask questions? I got a little carried away.
I think you did a great job.
All right, good.
I'm gonna like kneel down and just see if there's any notes or
You're looting the body. It's okay.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
looting the body.
I'm looting the body. I'm
Wait,
looking
wait, what
for
this is.
notes, specifically like any maps that say Tsutsiko here with a big circle around it.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
he has literally nothing else on him except the 18 necklaces, his short sword, and, well, the dagger you already took from him that he was keeping hidden. You see the sheath for it on his, like, inner thigh.
Poison knife now, gang.
I'll take the sheath off and toss it to Karen. Just put that away. Make sure nobody else touches it.
So Karen's been hopping in and out of the call because of the audio issues. So
Okay.
See if I can help her.
Just
Give me a second.
a point of making sure that Karen
Yeah,
does
put the
that.
knife in the sheath and be careful. Don't nick yourself, please.
I'm gonna look at Krugen and give him like a slow nod and then spit on the body.
Krugen just kind of nods back.
weren't.
Needed to be done. Just a damn shame.
Krugen's like, oh, so the Iron Lords do get things done.
Like I didn't just break his teeth off a
With
rock.
murder. I mean, none of them are, like, abashed by it. They're like, yes, good.
Yes, quite. Mm.
Job well
Effective
done.
to the point.
I don't understand. Why would he work for her?
I don't know. Perhaps his mind was corrupted.
Ding, ding.
Maybe.
A wizard knows stuff.
You guys hear that? I thought I heard a bell. Kurgan just kind of like stares at Pix for another minute or two. Doesn't really know what to say.
I get some F's in the chat for
poor corrupted pics.
I think it's probably a good idea that if we run into any other people like him, any other folks around these parts, we be a little bit more careful.
I think that's wise.
Bast, you were checking the body, right? Can you also give me an investigation check, actually?
Ooh.
Oh wait, Bast is doing stuff. We'll get back to it.
We will get back to it.
Fair enough.
Someone remind me if I forget.
Well, I'll move away from Pix and I'll come over to Tengu. You still with us, kid?
She meets your gaze. Her eyes and face muscles tighten up. She kind of shakes her head a little bit.
Is that a no? Or is that... I'm not so good with the sign language. It's the eye.
I feel useless.
What? Just because you got a little pinprick with a knife? It's hardly a reason to be useless.
Do you remember the rest of today? All of that, and then this. Why do I even have this power? What can I do?
Kid, have you not been paying attention this whole damn time? Like, we have 2 demigods walking with us, and I'm pretty damn sure that's the only reason that we're still alive. You're doing fine.
Yeah, you're doing a lot. I mean, honestly, I feel like it's not so much the demigod thing why it didn't work. I think it just might be, unfortunately, you've got a really small body. It takes not a lot to poison to affect
Right,
you.
so the green part is the only thing I'm good for. That's it. It's
Do you remember the number of times that you've turned into a bear and saved my ass? Granted, you almost got me killed one time, but I mean, that's kind of under the rug at this point. But he smiles when he says that.
There's actually for a second kind of a smile, not on the lips, but in the eyes for like a second.
Mm.
I suppose I should learn more from you then. I feel like at least I was a bit too trusting. And she looks back at the body of Pix.
Kurgan smiles again and he's just like, oh dear God, do not learn from me. I am the worst role model. That is a terrible idea. Look what I did to his head. I mean, it's like a melon. It's just everywhere. Like, don't do that. Have more finesse than me.
I mean, it was
Sorry
pretty impressive. I did get to watch, despite not being able to do anything about it. It's just all of that violence because I'm too small for a tiny fucking.
He said that it was the most powerful poison in the Feywild. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of surprised that it didn't do something to me too. Like,
Hey, can you guys hear me? Sorry to interrupt
No,
the
you're good.
roleplay.
yeah, no, we
Yes.
can hear you. We
You're
can
good.
hear you.
Awesome.
Oh,
Trust me, I know that you're. Go on.
Just reminder.
We'll
Theron
get to
wants
that.
you to do an investigation roll on the body after once everything. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that you are being a bit too hard on yourself, and I think that you had a very difficult day, and I think some person who you trusted just attempted to poison and kill you and make an attempt on all of our lives. I think it's a lot of everything hitting you all at once. You know, I heard this thing said once by this bard, and he said that no one makes a good decision after 2 a.m. I think we are well past 2 a.m., so trying to make any grand decisions about your life is probably a bad idea. And I think the best thing that you can try to do is get some sleep. Not alone, with someone else, literally like holding your hand, get some sleep.
Great. Now I need hand holding.
I'm sorry, do
I
you,
can't
do
even
you
sleep
not want,
correctly.
do you not want hand holding? Because I
I
don't have to
don't.
hold your hand.
I don't know. You tell me I'm capable, and then you telling me I need a babysitter. I'm getting mixed feelings here. I'm
You're
literally
very,
gonna shift
you're
it.
very, you're very capable. It's just someone tried to assassinate you, so I thought you might not want to sleep alone. That's
Okay.
it. That's the thought.
I'm actually. This might be extremely dumb, but I feel like it's just helpful in the moment to her psyche. I'm gonna have Tengu shift into a bear, curl up on the bed, and close her eyes as a bear. I'm just gonna,
No,
I'm
that
gonna
makes
bear it out for a bit.
that's fine.
Hmm.
She wakes
I
up.
need-
She's a bear.
I
She
need
can handle
animal
anything.
brain. I need animal brain for a little while, till I can get in touch with my human emotions. Or
Um,
no, mixed
Tamaki,
emotions.
Tamaki will like look at Krugen and just be like, "Just so you know, I looked in, found the source of it. I pushed it all out. So long as she gets some sleep, now that she's bandaged up and everything, she should be fine."
Good. Thank you for doing that.
If he did it to you, I would have helped you too, whether you would have liked it or not.
Sure.
You're welcome, regardless.
Bast, you were doing searching the body. Can you make an investigation check, please?
Oh, yep. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Amongst the necklaces that he's wearing, you see an amulet that's not like the other amulets, or like the other necklaces. It's like distinctly different. It's has a. Hold on, Bast, were you there when? What's her name? Her name is escaping me. Tamaki's fling. What's her name?
Rotari.
Ari.
Rotari. That's it. Yeah. When Rotari was there talking about the Sons of Honor.
Yes.
Okay.
I think.
I can't remember if you were standing in the hall. I think you might have still been in bed, but regardless, you hold it up, and if anyone else recognizes it, but you recognize the symbol from the Sons of Honor, and the amulet has a faint, like, magical aura to it.
Can
What's she got
I? It's a necklace.
Yeah, he was wearing a lot of them.
I know he's not the most fashionable character.
No.
Do you recognize this symbol? I'll hold it up to Tamaki.
Tamaki, you definitely recognize the symbol as the Sons of Honor.
Yeah, that was the necklace for the group. Rotari was wearing one when she came to talk to me. Oh my gosh. So he was like in it.
Yeah, definitely part of something bigger, I guess.
I mean, there was talk about them sending an assassin after us, right? From that group. And I think this was it.
Do you think there's going to be more of them?
If they find out that he's dead, then there's the potential they might send someone else, but I don't know. It might be a thing of like he has to do this and maybe he has to, like stone call them and say like a code word or something, like banana, so they know that the job happened. If he doesn't call them, they know something's up.
Bass is going to hold up the necklace and whisper banana into it.
Nothing happens.
I don't mean like
Surprisingly.
I don't mean specifically banana. I'm just saying something like it.
Oh. Like a plantain?
Sure, yeah. Maintain into it. See what happens.
Can I try an Arcana check instead to see what's
Yeah.
up with the?
Both Bast
I'm
and
like-
Gulgrin can make Arcana checks on this.
Otherwise, I could just keep going with the yellow fruits. Gulgrin, do you have identify?
I don't.
No.
Gulgrin, from your Arcana check, you can tell that there's 3 distinct magics imbued into this necklace. One of them you recognize as Tsutsiko's magic. One of them feels more like it's more pedestrian, more like a
Fucking amateur hour.
no, it feels more like something from your realm that you're familiar with, the type of magic. You think it's some kind of like coded contract, which you can assume to be like the assassin's contract. And then there's a third one that you can't identify. Bast, you feel the same thing. You get a slightly better sense, though, that this third power is kind of intertwined with Tsutsiko's.
This necklace has Tsutsiko's bad vibes all over it.
Oh. So we should totally smash it then, because she could be using this to listen to us or know where we're at.
Honestly, I think that's probably the safest. I don't know if I can't really tell what exactly the spells are, but it gives me bad vibes.
Nothing good. We should definitely not take it with us.
No, definitely not. I mean, we could just leave it. We could just leave it on his body if we wanted to.
Yeah, I think it's probably safe to say though that they know that Pix is gone.
Well then.
Do either of you mention to Tamaki that there's a third type of power?
I mean, I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tamaki, if you felt like it, you could also make an
Oh,
Arcana
I
check.
would. I'm gonna make an Arcana check. Too bad I already used my 2 points of inspiration. Let's hope this one works.
Okay. And
Nope.
You realize that your magic is probably not, like, you don't really know that much about it. But you do feel something strange about the amulet.
I'm not saying I recognize it, but something does feel weird about this.
I mean, we could probably hold on to it till the morning and see if the bear has any bright ideas.
Let me try something. Let me try something again. And I'm gonna specifically tap into the yellowness and try again.
And as soon as you do that, you are able to sense the same other 2 magics they were talking about. And with Tsutsiko's magic that you can identify, throughout it, there is violet energy.
Oh my gosh. Head in her hands for a second, and then she, like, just sort of like wipes her hand out her face. She's like, yeah, it's violet shit. There's violet shit in this.
Are you okay? You look kind of jaundiced.
That's using the yellow magic, you asshole.
What? horrible.
You're so funny. You're so funny. Anyway, yeah, there's violet shit in this. We should smash it. Definitely. Seems like a
Well.
bad idea to keep it around. I mean, violet shit and Tsutsiko and whatever else. Nah, bad news.
If we're gonna smash it, can I do the honors?
Bast will hand it over to Krugen.
Absolutely, you're great at smashing shit.
I'll come over near Pix's body and I'll just kind of like stare into it, hold it up in front of my face. I don't know if you can hear me or see me, but I'm gonna see you real soon. I hope for Kellyanna and Nerlin. I'ma see you real soon. And I'll put it down on the stone that I smashed Pix's head off of, pick up another one, and just bring it down onto the amulet and shatter it.
Okay. You shatter it, and this time you hear a bell going ding.
And like, actually, that's not
Yes.
a pun about that. It's a
Nope.
notification.
Yeah. You hear it
Look like that.
You
Did
hear
we
a
all
bell.
hear it or just
Yeah,
him?
everyone hears the bell as it's smashed.
Bast is gonna lean over to Tamaki. It was really hot.
He's all yours. Go after it. Live your truth. Chase your dreams.
Hey, thanks, girl.
Y'all heard that, right?
No, definitely.
I think it's time we go.
That might be a good idea.
It's still the middle of the night. You want to water the Feywild in the middle of the night?
Well, on the off chance that we just sent up a giant alarm to everybody who's trying to kill us, yeah, it might be an idea to relocate.
Fair enough. Let's go make camp elsewhere. I'll
Is
go
someone
over to...
gonna poke the bear?
Yeah,
No.
I'll literally go over there and just very carefully be like, Tengu. Hey, Tengu, I'm really sorry to wake you up. We have to go make a camp somewhere else. You can stay a bear, but you have to come with us, okay?
The bear nods.
Okay, perfect. All right.
I get up and I stretch, and then I follow you.
All right. Let's quickly pack up and get out.
All right, you guys pack up, camp in at 2 a.m. and
Someone could ride me if you want for a little bit.
and start wandering through the darkness into the Feywilds. Let's see how that goes. All right, luckily for you, it goes without hitch.
Yay.
Perfect. Love that for us.
You guys,
Thank you for what this time, Dice.
you guys go till about let's say like a couple hours, so like 4 a.m. Still in the middle of the night. And are you setting up camp again, or do you guys just want to keep pressing on?
We should probably camp again and get a bit of rest,
Yeah, I'd say so.
so
Okay.
we're not exhausted.
For the sake of it.
All right, and then you guys make camp and sleep through the rest of the night. On the next morning, it is because you guys all were up in the middle of the night. Let's say it was a bit hard to wake up the next morning, but we'll say it's like 8 a.m. at this point, and you guys are starting to wake up again.
think knowing
did
how
everybody-
rough of a night Tengu
How
had,
did
Bast is going to be
everybody
on cooking.
sleep?
Yeah, I think I kind of like I would have unshifted while sleeping.
Yeah. You would wake up as Tengu.
Yeah. But I think I lay in bed for a while, and like I'm not on my usual breakfast routine. I'm just staring at the sky. Guess I can do that in bed because I'm outside.
There's McRubbins ready for anybody who's hungry.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, come and get them while they're. I mean, they're pretty much just as good warm as they are cold. There's no such thing as a bad McRubbin.
So true.
Something like a taste of home.
Mm-hmm. How did everybody sleep?
Great.
Yeah, well enough considering, nobody stabbed us this time.
I honestly slept a little bit better because I knew that there was no way they were going to be able to send another assassin that quickly, so it was just like first non-assassin fearing sleep in a minute, so.
You guys are very glass half full. That's great.
You know, I try to be. I really do. Positive energy, it goes a long way.
How close do you think we are to where the hell we were going again?
Not close enough, but closer than we were before.
See? Glass
The
half full.
wise words of Tamaki. How close are we? We're
Mark.
closer than we used to be.
Mark that
There
shit
it is.
down. Put that as
We're
one
gonna
of her
slap
famous
that
quotes
ship.
for the yellow.
Unless we're going the wrong way.
We'll make some merch available for dedicated listeners.
Oh my god. Tengu, do you want to eat anything?
Sure.
Here.
She gives Bast a nod of thanks, and Tamaki a little hand on the wrist. Takes the grubbins. I wasn't part of that campaign. I know there was something to do with like girdled sandwiches.
It
It's
is
it's
essentially a
McGriddle.
fantasy McGriddle.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna
The
just look at
sausages have been in my pocket since we left, but they should be fine.
I'm gonna squint at it for a second, and I'm gonna ask, "Where did you get the eggs?"
Robin nest. I think it was a robin. Do you have robins in the Feywild?
I would not be the person to ask.
The eggs are fresh.
It's not the freshest I'm worried about, but thanks. And I'm just gonna eat it. Fuck it.
Fusion saving throw now.
No.
Somewhere in the
Cross
distance.
behind.
Tengu gets fucking swarmed by crust.
Worst 2 days.
Everyone
of my
else
life.
gets like left alone. It's just Tengu.
Just me. Just me and my history. This is actually really good, thank you.
I try.
All right,
And
and
just not having to eat breakfast.
you guys finish up breakfast, pack up camp, and hit the road again. As you guys travel today, you come across something a little different.
Oh.
I mean, honestly, it's been so bad so far, so different can only be better.
Alright, just do I have to
Well,
be
you
thrown?
say that.
Do I have to be thrown across a giant chasm?
You do not have to be thrown across the giant chasm. I'm just gonna grab you guys together.
Where's bite size when you need her, man? Fuck.
Exactly.
She was the best at getting
I
launched.
miss her.
Football.
All right. You guys are walking along, and you are walking this valley floor, and you see a camp up ahead.
Oh.
And
You
As you
Recognize.
approach, you see these guys. They're like lowering spears in your directions, and they're like, "Halt! Identify yourselves."
Yes, hello. We are the Iron Lords and Tengu and Krugen, and we are and we are on the quest on the mission to take down Tsutsiko, the Dark Queen.
Oh, we have heard of your arrival. You may pass into camp.
Oh, fantastic! Thank you so much.
And as you guys walk forward, you see a ramshackle camp which has very obvious, like, a very obvious look to it that it is a refugee camp of sorts. Down here, you see people who are bandaged, various different fae. A lot of them seem to be missing their eyes. And you see these two up here are talking. They look to be important.
I'll swing by. I'll swing by them, I guess.
The guy turns around. You see this guy.
Ooh.
And he will look and say, "Ah, well met. And who might you be?"
Hello, my name is Tamaki Rosax. I'm an Iron Lord and also the Yellow. I'm here with my other Iron Lords. We are on a quest to stop Tsutsiko.
Wonderful. Well, I am Helios Kinsaver. This is what is left of Corrales. It was a border town, not well, close to the border, between here and the Winter Kingdom.
Oh, good. We're on the right track then. We're headed there now. We hear the potential of being able to have an ally to help us.
You are headed to the Ice Throne. Well, it is gone, overrun. If you go there
Completely?
expecting a queen, you'll find only wraiths in her place.
Oh, boy.
Then this lady will walk down and say, "Greetings, I am Massa Colesworn. I was the captain of the guard in Corrales. I have lost an eye to Tsutsiko directly. I fought valiantly with my guards against her, but we were no match. And when I awoke, Helios here was gathering the rest of the city, those who survived, ushering them to safety. And, well, here we are."
I am very sorry for your loss. My goodness. Oh, wow. This terrible, terrible news. We were really hoping for some extra help on this.
Well, we tried to fight her, and some of us stayed behind to continue the fight, but I saw what happened to them, and, well, the ice took them, and now their voices sometimes whisper in the wind.
Oof. Tamaki looks over her shoulder and sees Tengu right there and is just like, what do you think? What do you think we should do?
Tengu hasn't really been talkative today, so she honestly just kind of shrugs. I think we should keep doing what we're doing, I guess.
Thing is, what we were doing was going there, and I mean, from the sounds of it, there's nothing to go there to.
There's a place we can investigate, see where we go from there.
I guess. Bass, Skullgurn, what do you think?
Having fun,
I'm
Bash?
so I'm back, yeah.
You're
so
playing.
I-
You're performing. What are you
No,
performing?
that was the bowel movement. It was
It was hearty.
Trumpets. You
It
were
was
performing
good.
Trumpet. It's a trumpet solo.
it was smooth. Slid out.
Smooth jazz.
Well, I suppose we should regroup and decide what to do next.
Hmm. Yes, I think regrouping and talking would be best. We need to decide before we can move on or go back. What do you think, Karen?
Where is Karen?
I can check. I don't know.
Krugen, one of the other people sitting around there, specifically this one, says, "Find the hollow gale. The queen left a message in the wind."
The Hollow Gale. What is that?
I don't know. It is what I heard.
The Hollow Gale. She left a message on the wind. Well, it ain't much, but it's a start. Any ideas on what might be a good place to start looking?
As difficult as it would be to get in, I would recommend go to the Ice Palace. See what you can find there.
Right into the thick of it, eh? Shit, wouldn't be the first time. That's a big help. I appreciate that. Oh, and don't worry about it too much. And I'll point to the socket. You get used to it after a while.
Which one are you talking to?
Whoever I was just talking with, the last person.
Because like two people are talking to you.
Let's say Ven then, because she's an
Alright.
she's an archer.
All right, Ven is missing both her eyes, so she can't see you.
Oh, okay, then we're going to
See him
Balin then. The other one.
pointing
Other
at
one.
your one eye.
Raylan is also missing both eyes. The only one's not
the whole
missing both
sentence.
eyes is Balin.
You're like, damn it, I'm just
and-
trying to bond.
and the cold sworn lady above you. But the two down here are the two that don't have eyes.
No, who was what was it? Rayliab was the last person to talk to me?
Yeah, Rayliad. She has both
Yeah,
eyes.
I'm talking to her. Fucking Jesus Christ, man, I'm doing my best here.
Oh fuck.
Then I will say that to one person in my immediate vicinity who has one eye.
All right, Balin gives you a thumbs up.
Yeah, there we go.
Crisp thumbs up.
He appreciates the comfort. Everybody else just looks really sad because they know they're never going to get used
Well, they
to
don't
it.
look at anything.
Yeah, that's true. Well, as this conversation's happening, the guards shout an alarm.
Oh. Which direction? Which direction?
The way that you came from.
Oh, okay.
As a veritable army approaches.
Oh.
This is because we
Rugen
had two
will,
role-playing sessions in a row.
Yep, exactly.
Fuck.
Whoever is next to you has both thighs, he'll like grab them by the shoulders and be like, "Get these people out of here! Go now!" And then he'll turn and go to engage.
They start crowding away, like trying to be ushered away. Masa comes running down. So does Helios. And Helios will say, "By all the gods, what is that? Town
Oh.
guards, prepare yourselves." And with that, the time for mercy has passed.
Oh, jeez.
Everyone, please roll some initiative.
Time to put the work in.
There they have us surrounded. That simplifies the problem.
That means I can't miss.
Tango, are you going to be okay?
Let's do this, I guess.
Ugh.
Krugen will look
you
over to
might have-
Tengu and just kind of give her a nod and be like, "You got this."
She shrugs.
Uh-oh.
All right. And that is where we will end tonight's session. Like the cutout.
We just heard the beginning of that yell, just ha!
Ah, no, good. That's better.
It's like that meme where the guy disappears.
Oh my god, guys, what a good session. So much happened.
Oh,
Holy shit.
That was heavy.
We're gonna die.
I think I've discovered I'm actually a decent actor because I started to literally cry at one point.
I heard it. I was
I
like,
know.
oh
I heard it.
gosh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, shit. I know the Oscars are coming up, but like, goddamn.
I'm trying. Wish me luck. 2 viewers, vote for me.
Meanwhile, at
Ooh,
the Academy, who the fuck is Tengu?
Just
Yes.
Tengu.
I would be happy it made it to the building. If I ever found that out, I'd be like, holy shit.
You know, Pix really wanted it to be Tengu. Wanted it to be Tamaki, the one that he got first and got to gloat to. But it
Oh,
worked
I
out.
know he wanted it.
It
He
worked
wanted
out
it
so much
bad.
better with being Tengu
Mm.
because it made Krugen
definitely.
mad.
And also
Yes.
just like story-wise, I feel
Papa
like
Bear
it's
moment,
very
yeah.
satisfying, definitely. I was so happy with that. I know my constitution was good, but rolling that was just like, god damn.
Yeah,
God damn.
You guys now have a DC 22 paralysis dagger, which has 3 charges left.
Fuck
Nice.
yes. Nice. We need to hold on to that. That's some hang on to that till the final battle kind of shit.
Who has that?
Karen has
Karen
that.
currently.
So I knew it was kind of a bad idea, which is why I added all those prefaces, but I am missing one of my shifts right before this fight. We
Seriously, we need to save one of those charges for the fucking final battle, however many sessions from now. It's very important.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's a good idea.
It'd be a shame when
And
she
you know what?
just,
Don't feel bad about it. Sometimes you just got to go for the narrative element and do dumb shit.
It's true.
Honestly.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, she needs to not be in a sentient brain right now.
That's a great
Ooh,
session.
man.
I
That
really
was. I'm
enjoyed
going to
it.
be thinking about that hard this week. So excited.
All right. Speaking of, next week, March 8th. Everyone good?
I'm good. To my knowledge.
I believe
Frozen, huh?
so.
Yes, I should be good.
Lovely. All right.
Probably.
Yes.
Then we shall meet again on March 8th at 6:30.
Ooh, I can't wait. It's gonna be so
Sounds
good.
good.
Gonna be thinking about
Alright.
this fight. Oh boy. I finally got my parry back. It's been enough days.
Yay!
I know.
Hey!
I can chill
Wait,
touch
not
people
use
again.
it.
Yeah, and then fucking forget about it. No, I'm gonna be better about it, guys. I promise. I swear.
You don't know what you're missing till it's gone, right? So
Literally, that's what it felt like. Being
Yes.
like, oh, I'm gonna take it so seriously. I'm gonna actually use all my shit, and then to immediately get it taken away was just like, what the fuck.
I know you guys
Also, I
were
see.
sussy of Pix at the beginning, but I have a question. Were you getting
Okay.
less suspicious of him over time? As he was like,
yeah, I
opening up
kind
and
of
saying-
forgot
Oh
about him.
yeah, completely. I was getting less
was-
suspicious about him over time.
He
Definitely.
seemed like a lonely fellow, and I was trying to be nice.
I
was
honestly
still-
thought that he was just grieving and just like upset about the fact he had to
Having a
be like
bad
with us.
time.
That's all that
Like,
I thought.
We've like most of our characters have kind of been there, so we're like, oh yeah.
I was
Whatever.
still kind of sus only because the original like warnings that it was going to come like from within the party.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I was like, well, this motherfucker's the only one who's not us.
And there was a lot of opportunities for perception checks or insights where you guys just didn't get it, where you would have seen like a shadow in his eyes, or like for example with the wind that you just heard, you would have seen him like lock up kind of thing, or there was a couple of moments where I asked for an insight check where you would have seen a like a violet shift in the back of his eye.
Mm. Yeah, I
And you guys
fucked up
always
a
missed
lot of
it,
those.
so
A lot of
A
those
lot of-
perception rolls.
a
You
lot of
asked
the
me, and I
stuff
fucked
that-
them up.
I had a couple decent insight, not great insight,
Mm.
but decent insight, and he just seemed like an uncomfortable, sad guy.
yeah, that was the idea. I'm so happy it worked.
You played that well, Theron.
Very well
Fuck. Honestly, it being you on watch with him and him doing that too, it definitely was like the best option, story
I
wise.
suppose. Yeah, like it makes sense. It's just I'm a little like, god damn it, I rolled a 20.
I know, and it's like I didn't know you had that low of con, but I wanted it to be doable, but have a high chance of paralysis, so that narrative moment could happen. And initially, I wanted it to happen on Tamaki, but you were the one who volunteered for watch that night, so.
My reasoning for that was like, I'm like, I just did a watch with him and we had a whole talk about his family. So
Yeah.
I honestly was just like, oh, well, like Tengu should have a moment with him because they've like haven't had like a proper like role play moment.
We did
Yeah, you
actually.
did. You did the first night,
Yeah.
I think.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
we've
fair.
traded off. It's just the most recent one was you, so I thought me next.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
So
we
it's
were just
yeah, this
trading
makes
off.
sense.
It was fine. And then
Man, that first night when you were like, yeah, I'll take watch alone with him, I was like, do I do it now? But I was like, nah, I want to wait a little longer.
That would have been
wait
honestly,
was
that would have been
definitely the right
so funny. If he just he wouldn't have been able to wait. Like Tamaki's just like word vomiting, and he's like, "Yeah, fuck this. Actually, she's getting it right now."
I can't take another second of this.
And
I
then
have to shut
in
her
that
up.
moment, we all would have yelled something like, "I knew it," but by waiting, we didn't.
No, my guard was like way down. So like when he's
Yeah.
like, "I want to do it with one of you," it's just like, "All right, yeah, fine, whatever."
We
Sure.
should talk about my father and how he was a dwarf, even though I'm a gnome, so I have
Stabbed.
the wrong accent, and then I got stabbed.
I got stabbed instead.
Yeah.
I
Robin
just-
also points out that I also asked if Tengu's back was turned to him one of the nights.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god.
And you were like, no, I was
forgot
facing him.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and then
said
you
I
were
was,
like-
looking at him.
Yeah,
next
and you
to
were
and
facing him,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I
I
wanted
just-
to have a
Yeah.
conversation with the sad guy.
And you
Because that's the nice
you
thing to
crushed
do.
that.
I'm
Wow.
sad Bass never got a chance to spend any time so we could find out what Pix's favorite soup was.
Yeah.
Sadness
shit.
soup.
It's
discerning fans want to know what is Pix's favorite soup, but now
Mushroom.
answer's
and
lost to
acorn.
time.
It's like
The
poison
tears of my
biscuits
family.
from- Yeah.
Mushroom, because that's what his brain resembles now.
I knew you would sell mushrooms. They're my thing.
I like how fast you guys went to torture.
Yeah, you guys were like, you were immediately like,
Oh,
my
yeah.
concern was just like, let's work on fixing Tengu. And as soon as I went over there, everyone else was like, torture time. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, side note, Krogan, this happened immediately after you were all like, make sure you compliment Tengu. She reminds me of my daughter. And I'm like, oh God, for sure. Ah.
I
Yeah,
know, that's why I was
honestly.
like, you know what? This works great.
Perfect.
Good narrative.
Works
Kenya
out
moment,
wonderfully.
for sure.
I mean, that's why Krugen immediately went to torture, because he's like, well, I don't know medicine, or ain't fuck all I can do. All I know how to do is hurt people. So let's start with that.
Yeah. The thing is, the way I was facing when I got stabbed, I was facing the fire, so I like witnessed all of that while frozen.
See, the way
Dad
that
got
I
mad.
pictured it is like you were sitting on the log, you got like paralyzed, and unless you were sitting on the log, I thought that like if we were trying to heal you, we would have like pulled you onto your back. So you would have been like staring up at the sky. But if you were on the log the whole time, yeah, you saw all that.
Oh wait, yeah,
You saw
you did.
everything.
Sorry, no, you're right. I did see a lot of it, but not all of it, because at one point you did say you laid me on the ground. Sorry, because I
Yeah.
did say I got up once
I mean,
everything passed.
You did see the head explode
Yeah.
like a
You
melon
pushed it
because you
out.
were already fixed by that point.
Yes,
Yep.
I did see the. I
Yep.
saw the smashing, and I was like, impressive. And you're like, that's not what you should take out of this.
Maybe I'm gonna make onion and barley soup this week. I'm checking out this recipe you just dropped in the chat.
Yeah, honestly, barley soup is fantastic.
Luckily for you, fantasy paralysis doesn't include your lungs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck.
It's
At
just
least
your,
in this
it's just
case.
your motor muscles.
I see.
My
Except for
lord.
my eyeballs.
Yeah, well, my gosh, never mind.
During that moment, Robin sent me a message, and he's like, "You guys should have eye drops."
Fantasy eye drops.
Well, salt water, that's doable.
I guess.
Hey, we have
They-
fantasy McGriddles, fantasy tax accountants. We can have fantasy eye drops.
Exactly.
I was gonna pipe up earlier when you were doing the lawyer bit of just like, it's like, oh my gosh, that's Jeffrey's brother. He's a lawyer.
Nice.
Alrighty.
Hey, Theron.
Yes, sir.
Is Brina in the background giving you like ideas of evil shit Tsutsiko would do?
No.
That's about
that is
it.
all me.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
You're crushing it. You're doing good.
I think she's prepping for her debut.
Yeah, she's watching all these and just like plotting, just like waiting for when she gets to show up again.
Well, we know she's listening. We were told that on the wind.
Hi,
Exact-
Brina.
Hello. Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks
thank
for a
you,
great
guys.
session, Theron.
It was a lot of fun.
Super fun
Buzz.
this week. I'll see you guys next week. I gotta go rock a piss. Bye.
See you next week. Enjoy the woods.
Bye.
Yellow. You truly
Bye-bye.
yellow.